What was life like in Cuba in the 1960s? What was life like in Cuba during the 1960s? This decade was a time of dramatic change and transformation for the island and its people. After the revolution in 1959, Cuba began to shift towards a socialist state. The government sought to create a new society, and this was influenced by the establishment of formal diplomatic relations with the Soviet Union in 1960. This partnership led to the nationalization of key industries, including oil companies like Shell, Esso, and Texaco. Life in Cuba during this period was a mix of hope and hardship. On one side, the government made significant strides in providing essential services. Free education and health care became available to the population, which many viewed as major improvements. Housing became more affordable, and food was distributed through a rationing system to ensure everyone had access to basic necessities. However, the United States imposed an embargo on Cuba in 1960, which severely limited the availability of consumer goods and food. This led to shortages and economic challenges for many Cubans. The embargo played a significant role in Cuba's economic struggles and increased its reliance on Soviet aid. The Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962 was a defining moment for Cuba and the world. This event brought the globe to the brink of nuclear war. Ultimately, it resulted in the withdrawal of Soviet missiles from Cuba and a promise from the United States not to invade the island. This crisis heightened international tensions and solidified Cuba's role in Cold War politics. Despite the challenges, many Cubans look back on the 1960s with a sense of nostalgia. The decade was marked by a strong sense of community and collective effort. Cubans worked together to overcome economic hardships and build a new society. The government's focus on providing basic needs and the unity among the population are often remembered fondly. However, life in Cuba during the 1960s also had its difficulties. Bureaucratic challenges and limited personal freedoms were common. The government's control over housing and resources often led to disputes and struggles for ordinary people. In terms of nostalgia, the 1960s in Cuba are often remembered for their idealism and hope for a better future. The decade was a time of great change, but also of optimism and community spirit. While the hardships faced during this period cannot be overlooked, the nostalgia for this era often highlights the unity and purpose that defined it.